question, Ms. Natalie Pomada of Philippine Star.
Hi, Heart.
Ms. Natalie.
First of all, curious kami, what are you wearing?
Today I'm wearing this kapura. So, I really bought this for this day.
Thank you. So, ito na, Heart, you're opening up your world na to us. Sabi mo nga, this is the closest you can get. I wonder lang, bakit ito yung pinili mong TV comeback? And, you know, it's about time, ha? Something, a reality show on you. So, what convinced you and the first place, what took you so long to do this? To do something like this?
Well, parang what convinced me to do it? Life has convinced me to do it. I feel na with social media, with what you see on Instagram, you always see beautiful things, you know, about a person. And even if we do talk about authenticity, and I really fight for authenticity, what is authenticity? And that is basically showing even stuff that you don't like about yourself, diba? Admitting to certain mistakes, and showing who you truly are. Although, if I were to speak freely, hindi ko naman i-discuss exactly all the details, diba? Pero muntik na talaga tayo dumating na. Pati yung CCTV ng bahay ko, ilalabas ko na sa akin. Wala, because I really wanted to be as close as possible. But, of course, you have to leave some for your family. So, like for example, like personal stuff that we went through, yung mga iba na, huwag naman super lahat, diba? Makakubad na, ipakita. So, huwag naman ganun. But, I wanted to be, if I'm gonna say being authentic, then this is how I would do it, diba? And it's good because I think gone are the days when we look up to artists that kala natin ganito, pero may konting lumabas lang na controversy, ay hindi ko na siya gusto. Bakit ganon? Kung mahal mo talaga yung isang tao, kung talagang mahal naman mo siya, parang kung anak mo siya, kung kapatid mo siya, kahit anong pagkakamali niya, you'll always see the heart. And I feel like Cheese was the one also who truly convinced me to show our lives, because it's not just about me, it's about him. Kasi this is what, you know, this is the real life, this is how it should be today. There's no more pretentious, just no more pretending, just be yourself. So yun siguro. For now, I won't be playing a character, I'll be playing me.
Pero may offers na ba before of reality show?
Long time ago meron. Pero feeling ko hindi rin siya naging tama kasi hindi pa buo masyado yung kwento ko eh. Parang my life was too good at that time. And I needed to kind of get a little bit dirty for me to make it matter, for me to be able to share the blessing of the lesson after everything I went through. So, ngayon na buo na yung kwento. Hindi pa naman ito ibo, pero maganda na yung kwento.
This is the right time.
Yes, may mga offer na akong lesson that they will hopefully learn sa mga pinagdaan.
Thank you, Heart.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you, Ms. Natalie. Up next, we have questions from Sir Alan Policarpio of Philippine Daily Inquirer. Sir Alan, take it away for your questions for Ms. Heart.
Yes.
Hi, Art. Good morning. Good afternoon. Ask ko lang kung ano yung parang time period of when the show was shot?
This happened around 1 year. 1 year siya. So, pwede ko kung matinigin. Lalo siya, para lalo kong pinakapansa. 1 year siya really one of my most toughest times in my life. Kumbaga, itong time na to, lahat na nangyari. So, it was very hard, but I had complete trust with the people this time around me. And so they kept the cameras rolling. I didn't know what to do with it at first, when I made YouTube, but I was saving a lot of stuff for something this big with GMA. So nakakatuwa dahil nagkakataon siya.
So this past year lang itong nangyari lahat?
Yes. This past year, or yes, exactly.
And I saw sa pinakita kanina, you were giving a bit of a tour of your apartment in Paris. So were you able to live in that place na? And how would you say living in Paris influence your style?
Bittersweet in Paris apartment ko kasi I was able to purchased that during a really tough time. So I was very sad when I was there, but then now it's a very happy place kasi every fashion week doon kami. Every time magbabakasyon ako doon or I have work, doon din kami nagsistay. So, na-ROI ko na ata siya.
And parang sabi rin kanina, this is going to be parang mainstream TV, free TV's front row seat, like sa fashion week, the events that you attend.
Exactly, hindi na kailangan ng visa para makapunta sa Europe. Ito na yun.
And bakit sa tingin mo super interested or curious yung mga tao about that kind of life, that world?
I think it's because when I was starting out in Fashion Week, parang hindi siya maintindihan ng lahat. Feeling nila, gastos lang or ganyan. But aside from it truly being a lifestyle, it's also work. And it's very inspiring because a lot of people would like to experience that. And a lot of people would like to experience the glamour of Fashion Week. But also I wanted for them to show the struggles that comes with it. And so sana with what I show, they will be inspired not just to go, but to also express your individuality, express your personality. Do not be shy. Don't save the boots because dapat malagay po tayo. So, ano na dito? Diba? Those things. Just be yourself. So, that's why I guess a lot of people are also interested.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you as well, Sir Alan. Up next, we have Ana Malorca of Inquirer.net.
Hi, Heart. Thank you. I've been monitoring your Fashion Week outfits for quite some time. I've picked up a lot of inspiration along the way. But for you, who has been on the forefront of Filipinos in Fashion Week, what do you think are the trends that are defining Filipinos in fashion? It's a global stage.
You mean in terms of outfits or?
Yeah, or trends or any
Trends, I don't so much believe in trends. Although you have the animal prints and all of that, but these are things that will continuously change. I feel like the trend really is personal style. That's what really works with street style photographers. When you attend an event or you attend a show, it's not what is necessarily given to you to wear, it's how you turn it into yourself. I feel like that's now the trend. Because it's sometimes when you look at an outfit of a person, parang hindi bagay, pero bakit sa kanya bagay? And it's not because nasa ganda, nasa tangkal, nasa tamos ng ilong. Wala yun eh. It's about the character of a person. And that's, I feel like, becoming the trend. It's how each and every single one of us can show up with whatever we want to wear, trend or not, but it looks good. That, for me, is probably the new trend that should stay.
Actually, touching on that, I just want to know, even if you've attended a lot of shows and wore a lot of clothes, how do you incorporate heart style into it? Because it's actually very hard to do so.
I try not to listen, but I've been working with a lot of them for a very long time. So usually, they just allow me to, they give you a set of different clothes and then they allow you to kind of interchange and then add your accessories, and then of course I collaborate with my makeup artist or my hairstylist, but we play up with, if it's a very dressy outfit, we kind of go soft on the hair, but it's really more of translating what you see on the runway. The goal isn't to be on the runway, the goal is to translate that look into real life and how a normal person would wear it to work and stuff.
And lastly, what challenges have you already faced as a global fashion icon and at the same time, the wife of the Senate President?
I guess it's putting the two together. Being a wife of a politician is very tricky with what I do, but I think people also forget that at the end of the day, it's still a job. It's very neat, but it's a job. And so it's really a balance of how I do things in terms of living it and working for it. That would probably be the only challenge, but I feel like that's done already because people kind of know that kumbaga, agad ako doon, hindi naman talaga siya laging maganda. So I don't think it's a challenge. The only thing that I feel that I love about Fashion Week is the liberation of just being you. There are no needs, of course you have the ratings and all of that, but you don't need that, you just have to celebrate yourself, and that's it. So I don't think really it's a challenge.
Thank you so much.
Alright, thank you, Ms. Hannah. Up next from Tatler Philippines, we have Gab Bohol.
Hi, Heart. So, what part of your life are you most excited to show people?
My failures, I feel, and certain personal moments with my family. I think that's something that I kind of wanted to highlight because that's what makes a reality show a reality show. It's the real deal. Although I'm not gonna say names, I'm not gonna do that, but to kind of complete like the gist or whatever gossip or whatever, that you kind of know the story and see what happened in my life. I feel that's what I really wanted to highlight. I didn't want to present myself perfect here, obviously. You kind of see vape and something. You kind of see stuff. But I wanted it to be that because I wanted to be myself as much as possible. If I could swear on national TV, I would do that because sa totoo buhay, nagmumura naman talaga tayo. So yun, I wanted to highlight those things. Na tao talaga.
Thank you so much.
Which is a risk.
Well, we thank you for that risk, and thank you, Gab, from Tattoo Philippines. Up next, we have Nikki Wang of Manila Standard.
Hello, Heart.
Hello.
We heart you.
Thank you so much. I hope after the show you will stay.
I'm sure everybody will do. First of all, I would just like to congratulate you for the recent Paris Fashion Week. $10.6 million worth of media impact value. And you are the top celebrities in Asia Pacific region.
A lot of Filipinos win, so that's for us Filipinos. I need to be put on the map. That says a lot na deserving tayo of all the luxury that our country is worth investing on when it comes to putting up stores.
Yeah. And of course, that alone reinforces your status as a fashion icon. How do you feel when people call you that, that title, a global fashion icon?
I'm very pressured. I'm very flattered, but I'm very pressured. In fact, the whole reason why I went to Fashion Week because I was very pressured about ratings and all of that jazz. And to put a number or a ranking makes it a little bit bittersweet for me because you know how when you're actors and you're always like the best friend, you're always going to be in every movie and you're always going to have an income. But if you are the bida, sometimes there's a time frame. I don't want to have a time frame. I just want to be here. So I try not to think about the numbers or being on top. I just want to keep going and enjoying. So I try not to think about it, in short.
In terms of enjoying, you don't seem to get tired of the things that you do. What drives your passion for content creation, and how do you keep your content fresh and very relevant?
I take a break from it. I mean, it's not obvious on Instagram because it's a monster that continuously wants to eat everything. But I try to take a break. I used to be very I'm still hands-on with my reels. I do boards and stuff like that. But there's nothing flowing. I just don't push it. Because what keeps me going even when I'm tired, it's not a brand, it's not a persona, it's not a made-up character that I have to keep creating storylines for or whatever. It's who I am, so it will naturally come. I just have to wait. So I guess it will keep the ball rolling. As long as you're yourself, you'll never run out of outfits to pair because you're always gonna feel something organic that day. So I guess that's how I go.
And of course, a lot of people look up to you, as their fashion inspo. Sabi nga na Beke naman. Baka naman daw. How do you, conceptualize, concept for brands? How do you develop it from the conceptualization to the final product that you put out there?
Sometimes I'm getting my lashes done, and then syempre, buhay na buhay yung utak ko, then I'll think about, oh, that's what I'm gonna do for Onitsuka. Or sometimes it's a song I hear on the radio, or it's sometimes how I feel. I also like to write in my diary. So a lot of poetry or things I say, I've already taken out from an entry I did 3 years ago. So really just it's my inner thoughts. Although the only bad thing is I really can't sleep at night because I have such an active mind. Kaya yung yoga na hindi ko magagawa yan. Walang silence sa utak ko. I just keep going. But I guess that's how it is. I'm very active in my mind, so I have so many ideas. In fact, Madam Annette, if you need to hire me for other artists, I think I'm willing to turn this into something else.
Pero Heart, we really thank you for for inspiring us for the things that you do globally. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ricky, for those questions. And I think we're all excited to see how you really work on these concepts that you said in your upcoming show. Up next, we also have Miss Moira Del Rosario of Mega for her questions.
So, hi Heart, hi. How are you able to divide shooting your content for your personal account and something for your reality series?
It always has to happen all at the same time, I feel, because that's the real way of doing it, You're simultaneously just filming the whole thing as it unfolds. So that's how, one time, big time. Wala nang isip-isip pa. That's why the cameras just keep rolling.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Moira. Up next, we have MJ De Leon of Glitz.
Hi, congratulations. Siguro my question is, will this take some time away from you creating your vlog? And siguro the second, because I really love your vlogs. Para siyang work from home background for me because they're usually an hour long.
Yes.
Yung episode 6 mo nga is 1 hour and 45 minutes long. Para siyang full movie na.
At ang dami pang hindi nalagay doon.
Yeah. So I guess your question is, anong difference nito from your vlog? Or will we be seeing just the fashion side of it? Or you as a fur mom, as a senatorial spouse also?
I think now, because of the reality show, definitely you won't be seeing this on the vlogs anymore. It'll be just according to what subject. Like I'll probably have a poll if I talk about certain topics or maybe sit down interviews. It'll go back to the original format of YouTube. I'll probably throw in sometimes like a side trip and I'll do my usual vlogging by myself. But these vlogs are like the super intimate ones will be for the reality show.
Nice. Sorry.
Yes.
I hope this question is okay, but the fashion industry is a competitive world.
Yes.
And this one, being the first one to have a video show, will put you like ahead of them. What's your reaction to that?
I don't want to be ahead of anyone.
Okay.
Mauna na sila. I think it's competitive in terms of sales, brand to brand, corporations, companies, and all of that. But that's something I want to clear. It's not the reason why I went to Fashion Week, because I didn't want to be part of the rat race. I wanted to excuse myself from ratings. I wanted to excuse myself from being famous or not. In fact, I went to Fashion Week because I didn't think I was famous. I went to Fashion Week because I wanted to just have fun. So if there's anything I want to correct, this is not to get ahead of anybody. Fashion Week, you don't go there to compete. It's not a beauty pageant. It's not a rat race. It is a party. It's a celebration of everyone, tall, petite, however you look at yourself. It's about self-expression. So please, if there's anything that we can correct, that is not Fashion Week. It's not supposed to be limited for only the models. It's for everyone. So, no, about getting ahead, no. This is just inspiring so they can come join the party as well.
Thank you. That's a good answer. Simplifying the question or following up from that, what do you want a Filipina, simple lang, na Pinay to feel? Just one feeling or that one key takeaway after watching this show?
That it's okay to be yourself. That, again, perfection is not of this world. Probably people look at my Instagram, she has a perfect life, she's so nice, no, I get mad. No, I make mistakes. Mistakes that are so damaging that even I myself cannot forgive. I've done a lot of SHIT in my life, and that I am still here, alive, standing. I didn't hurt myself in the process. I didn't hurt anyone in the process. And that life can't go on, and you do deserve a good life. That's what I want them to feel. By being an example of somebody that has gone through a lot in my life and a struggle to heal myself for things that I feel like I've created, that whoever is watching, they can go through a bad time in their life but still deserve a good life because it's your heart that truly matters. And that's what I want them to feel when they watch the show. Gone are the times na perfecto ka, na deserving lang to dahil ganito. Hindi. We all deserve it because we're all human beings. We all make mistakes. We all go through something. But stop having the, what's that, the syndrome that we always talk about, this imposter syndrome. We deserve a good life because we work hard for it. Because all of us, we all have good hearts. Nobody is purely evil in this world. I do not believe in that.
Thanks, sorry. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, and we did a glitz. Of course, thank you for sharing about a little insight about the
Wala pa ba? Wala na. Ang init eh.
Oh, don't worry. We still have some. We have some for you, Heart. Up next, we have Richard Pagligalan of Heart TV.
Hello, Heart. Good morning. So, ito naman yung question ko for you. As the First Lady of the Senate of the Philippines, yes. How do you collaborate with other political spouses or organizations to further your initiative?
So just a little background story. I was happy for my husband, but as you know, I'm not so politically involved. I do my part, but I try, hindi ko pinapakita ng side niya. So I didn't know that being a Senate President comes this and that and that. So I cried. Umiyak ako. Kasi I was very pressured because when I help, I try to help in silence because I don't want anyone to put color with what I do. So when I did this, I was totally lost, but it was so nice because a lot of the Senate spouses were really there to help me. My Vice President, Ms. Catherine, was one of the ones talaga that really held my hand and said, kung may tanong ka, huwag kang mahihiya. Basically, I felt like a kindergarten student asking so many questions. But I feel like because we all have good intentions to help, then everything else became easy for me. The moment that I got the structure, the moment that I learned what to do and how the whole foundation worked, then I was on fire. So I guess at the end of the day, the moral lesson probably of the story would be to surround yourself with good people. I have great Senate spouses that are beside me that have great ideas. And anything is possible as long as you just really work hard and get together. So I'm so happy with what SSFI is today.
So may expect ba kami sa part na yan sa Heart World?
Well, if we have a 7th season, definitely. Mas madami pa yan. We're still rolling kahit wala pang promise.
Thank you, Rizard.
And thank you, Richard, with Heart TV. Up next, we have Ms. Isa Iglesias of Manila Times.
Hi, Heart. Congratulations sa new series. In connection with Cheese, how sanay he is na may kasunod ng camera kapag umaalis kayo, even in your private, diba, sa car, dito lang sa So, kamusta yung reception niya when
the idea
tutuloy ba tong season?
He was actually very okay with it. Kasi parang si Jesus, what you see is what you get then. Siguro there were some things lang na legally okay ba yan? Parang ganyan. Parang how, whenever I would, if I would answer something, if I would say something, if I should say it in a more diplomatic way, yun lang yung concern niya. But, okay siya eh. Actually, okay siya. May isang episode na very touchy, pero I cannot say, as in yung talaga unexpected na isang episode. Pero it was nice that okay siya. He was very supportive to show everything.
Yeah, kasi mas sanay kami na,
Ako.
speech.
Yes, yes.
More on the news side.
Yes, and to show a vulnerable side of him, that's pretty big for him. Hiyak ka naman.
And also, siguro, another question is, how do you view your life now and life in general compared to the past years? And also, is there anything else do you want to achieve in your life?
How do I view my life? That everything is for a rhyme and reason. You never question God talaga. talaga never question God. Kasi even if you question yourself, He already knows who you are, so you're gonna be fine. So, yun siguro yung isa. And if there's anything else that I want in life, basta healthy yung pamilya ko, basta safe kami, that's all I want. Everything else is a bonus. Like, wala na akong hinihingi kahit ano. And I made a promise to God na basta healthy pamilya ko, kahit tanggalin nyo na lahat, okay na ako.
Thank you, Heart.
Thank you so much, Ms. Liza, Manila Times. And second to last, we have Ms. Karen Pagsolingan of PEP.
Hi, Heart.
Hello.
You made Fashion Week very relevant to the Pinoys. Now it's going to be out on your journey, your fashion journey is going to be out on. There are trials, there are triumphs. Part of the trials, how hard or how expensive it is to penetrate the fashion.
It's very hard. It's it started out as something I wanted to personally do. Basically parang trip lang, diba? And then I feel like I was just at the right place at the right time. Parang kumbaga din lang ng Holy Spirit doon. It opened up for me. And then eventually, as it was a lifestyle, I saw that there were as a businesswoman, I saw that there were opportunities that I can tap, collaborate with this, parang, okay, if you do this or you present yourself as the way you are, you can present a product in a different way, and then maybe that would be a ticket in to, make it your job. And that's what I started to do. Naging trabaho siya. In fact, parang sumobra na nga, minsan parang hindi ko na kaya, di ba? Parang I kind of put too much on my plate. But then it's so fulfilling because, it's a job. I understood that sometimes you're not gonna love it and it's hard, but it's a passion. So I consider myself very privileged that I'm given something to work on that I truly love. Because at the end of the day, when you hate it, you still love it.
You have, we're counting the collaborations and the of celebrities, and you actually have the most from last year to this year. And is that your objective for this? What exactly is what you want out of this?
This all?
Yeah.
I just want to continue living my lifestyle and enjoying dressing up, and at the same time, I don't have to pay for my tickets, my hotels, and everybody's ganyan. Yun lang naman yung gusto ko, na continuous lang siya. And you can do that as much as you are yourself and your ever-changing self. Kasi tutuloy-tuloy lang yung content kung may sinusunod ka lang na yung pagkatao mo eh. So, yun kaya mo ma-maintain kasi lagi naman tayo changing. And always just being very smart with your content. That's all. And I feel like it'll continuously keep going. So yun lang. But if it does end, I don't think I will still end. I feel like even when I'm 50, you'll see me attending. Because it was never about getting my picture taken. It was never about getting followed by photographers. It was just dressing up today and seeing the clothes and the shows. That was my main goal. So feeling ko hanggang sa pagtanda, maybe I must admit there's sometimes I accepted too much shows kasi parang health-wise, nahimatay ako actually.
It's so tiring.
Nahimatay ako sa Milan. Nawalan talaga first time ko nawalan na mali. So parang siguro yun magbabawas ako ng konti because I don't want to be pressured how many shows is she attending, how many content did she put out. I don't want to be pressured with that. I just really want to enjoy.
Heart, there's this part of your story that we all want to know about. Are you ready to finally reveal us that story today?
Exactly one topic.
It's about your former team.
Well, most definitely, my past and present is part of my story. So as much as possible, I will show everything on Heart World. And I guess really and truly the moral lesson of this story, like for me, in a nutshell, I consider myself medyo veterana na rin ako sa industry. I've been here for what, almost 27 years. That's a long time for me. And I've been through a lot. I've met different kinds of people. Some stay, some go. But you have to truly be careful who you trust and who you freely give your heart away, because sometimes may makakapasok talaga ng mga emotional terrorists that are there to kill and destroy your life. And you have to be wary of that. Maybe not for yourself, but for the people in your life that matters. Because mahirap talaga kapag isang tao kang mahal na may pinagdadaanan na hindi niya kayang dalhin yung sarili niya and hindi mo alam yung gagawin mo. So, maybe not for myself, but for the people around me, my husband, my family. If there's anything I regret in my life is I put everybody at risk. I put our family at risk because I allowed certain people to enter. So beware of emotional terrorists because they do exist.
I love that. Emotional terrorists.
Thank you so much, Ms. Karen. Emotional terrorists. Normally we have emotional vampires. Before we had emotional vampires and you took it up a notch, emotional terrorists.
Oh, they truly exist.
They truly exist.
You cannot pinpoint what exact crime was committed, you know? Because I let it happen. It was still me who decided. But you have to be careful. Masira na buhay ko, wag na masira yung buhay ng pamilya ko. Kasi hinayaan ko yun na makapasok sila. So, not necessarily pertaining to anyone, fine, put that out there, but as artistas, as a person, even like normal people in your office, if you're too open, may makakapasok. So, ingat. Don't let your guard down, ever.
Alright, thank you so much, Heart. And finally, of course, last but not the least, we have the man himself, Nelson Canlas. Sir Nelson Canlas. Oh, 24 oras.
Malamig, diba? Kanina pa ako nanginginig. Sabi ko yung resting heart rate ko, parang wala na. Sabi ko, but you said last Sunday, I'm allowed to ask you one question that I have not asked you before.
Okay.
God, it's easier when my bosses aren't looking.
Now let's talk about the big elephant in the room.
Let's address the big elephant in the room. Okay. For a while now, Heart, alam natin ang pinagsasabong kayo ni Pia Wurtzbach. What's your reaction to that? And do you have any message for her?
Okay, so that's once and for all. Woman to woman, I never had a problem with Pia. In fact, I was one of those who cheered for her in the past. And I'd like to think that it was the same for her. She was so sweet enough to even use and post the hashtag Heart made me do it. And at that time, I was so touched. But it's the people that she chose to surround herself with for specific reasons that makes this whole thing problematic. So, if I have a message to Pia, it would be, congratulations. You have what you needed. I wish you nothing but the best. And good luck. Sana hindi mangyari sa iyo yung nangyari sa akin. Yun lang siguro ang gusto kong sabihin.
Wow, super low. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone in this room, for all your questions. Very high result. Heart, before we let you go, do you have any final message for everyone in this room?
But you know, I just want everybody to be okay. That's all. Honestly, like it's time for us to sincerely move forward. It is what it is, and everybody should just be happy. And try to take out the personal gain. I have forgiven. I have moved on. If there's anybody that will understand somebody, is somebody na tunay nagmahal. At minahal ko silang lahat. So still, I still understand. So yun lang. Tama na. Okay na yun.
All right.
I just want to stay on my lane. That's it. I just want to stay on my lane.
And Guys, once again, a round of applause for this global fashion icon, Ms. Heart Evangelista. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to all of our media friends who joined us this morning. Don't miss out on the world premiere of Heart World this October 26th, 9:30 p.m. on the GMA Network. And of course, you can catch this as well by JV's International Channel.